collaboration came about through a visit that the professors had with a group of students. They came to our facilities in Switzerland, we have an R&D facility where we're actually developing, our products and innovating.
We had the opportunity to see all the really interesting and cool work that they're doing there, and we thought it could be a pretty exciting collaboration.
And they got really interested and actually fascinated by what we were doing. So.
We were required to do a design project for this tower of tiles. And everyone submitted one, and then after the abroad trip we all came back, and then from there we ended up going with my design and pushing forward from there.
We kept in touch. They often would contact us and asking some questions about what were the possibilities and what the new technologies are in concrete, and they started to ask us if we could actually develop a lightweight material. They need an ultra strong material.
For a long time, architects kind of had this kind of crazy ideas what materials could do, and then kind of looked at the companies that could potentially produce these materials, and it seemed always that the architects are like a step ahead.
They had a vision and they wanted to do something quite complex and quite intricate, and we actually went through the process of designing the material with them, and we actually started to put on paper, okay, what characteristics of the material would need to be, and then we start to engineer that material right on site.
I didn't know much about concrete.
It makes buildings, that's about what I knew. Now I know a lot more.
I couldn't believe how thin and smooth it was. And I said to Alex, I was like, this doesn't look or feel like concrete at all. And then he's like, no, this is what we're doing. We're trying to change the definition of concrete. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
The most interesting part itself was probably making the tiles themselves, like putting the concrete into the mold and watching them dry and then taking them out and seeing like what you've actually done.
One thing that I did notice in working with it was that as we were assembling it and as we were lag screwing it in, working with it, moving it around, it still remained very strong. So it was light, it kept its integrity.
One of the amazing qualities, in particular reference to this project, was the capacity that you can just easily drill it, so that it actually has very high compressive strength, but simultaneously you can just take a drill and drill it.
Concrete is very beautiful because it's so raw, and all the components that go into the concrete itself make the material lighter.
I really think it's really an incredible material. You're even picking up the details from the 3D prints we made the molds out of.
It was just a great experience to work in and work through. And I learned so much from it.
I can't really find a word to describe concrete anymore because it has so many possibility of molding them, breaking it apart and regenerating it in ways that you can't possibly imagine. I don't think there's any word can really fully describe the qualities.